Hey, we've got breaking news, guys. Fresh oysters and all you can eat. Brad, let's talk about it.
We're going to start doing all-you-can-eat oysters on Thursday and Sunday every week. Now, when we're open every weekend now through January. Okay, so Thursday and Sundays that we are open. Check Facebook, Instagram, David's site, Stingaree.com for times that we're open. Google's a little tough to deal with, but one thing we want to cover on these oysters that are coming in. You can always ask, might not always get it, but you can always ask a restaurant, where do these oysters come from? We'll be able to provide these for you anytime you like. These oysters were actually harvested on December 1st in East Galveston Bay. It actually tells you the area that it came from and the section. Bought from Jerry's Seafood. Feel free anytime you're in to ask us where these oysters come from. We'll put the tag on the table with you while you eat, and you can feel good about where your seafood is coming from.
A lot of people ask how they look.
Yeah?
This is a plump.
They look way better than they did 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, this is a plump oyster here, and I noticed when you were putting them on the tray, they're really full. We got that cold weather.
I picked them up yesterday, and as soon as I got here, Miguel and I unloaded all these oysters, put them in the cooler, and I couldn't stand it. I told them, hey, let's start opening some oysters, and we did, and this is what we saw, so super excited about it. It makes it a lot more fun for us to offer an all-you-can-eat. It's a good product, and seems like there's plenty of it right now. So.
And all-you-can-eat is more than just raw. You can get them any way you want.
The only exclusion is the Roscoe, because it's got a lot more going on with it, but whether it's the baked, the Rockefeller, Bienville, Jose, raw, if you want them fried, French grill, whatever you want, we'll feed you all you can eat. That oyster jubilee is about as much as I used to be able to eat. I don't finish it now. But if you can eat more than that, at the same price, we're gonna give you all you can eat in any way you want it.
Right. That's Thursdays and Sundays from now through the end of January. All you can eat at Stingaree Restaurant. 1295 North Stingaree Road. You can find them online at stingaree.com or watch our Bolivar Lives every Wednesday. Make sure you check on and ask people when you eat raw oysters or fresh oysters where they came from, because they have to keep those tags, and make sure they're not imported or anything.
There you go.
Y'all have a good one. Now we're back to our regular scheduled program.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live, and it's Wednesday at 10:30. You know, Stingaree opens at 11 o'clock, and we're going to talk fresh seafood with Brad Vratis today and talk about the holidays a little bit. We've got Christmas coming up, New Year's Eve, but this is something you have all the time.
Yes, sir.
And it's fresh, locally sourced. That's what I want to talk about, is locally sourced, because if you don't have crabs, it's because the Comos didn't have any.
I wanted to back up to that. Yeah, you said this is something we always have. It is, unless it's not available.
Right.
And they actually do have a cleanup coming up in the bay, and they'll pick up all the crab traps. There'll be a couple of weeks there. I tried to keep my hands out of this, but anyway, they'll close down. They clean up the bay, get all the old crab traps and stuff. Galveston Bay Foundation, that's another event that we have in the spring. They set up over here. We put all the old crab traps in here. They take them and recycle whatever they do with them. So that is a time we know we don't have crabs, but any other time they're not good, they're not biting, then we won't have them. Other than that, we talking all the time on the phone. Or when are the crab? When are the crab? When are the crab?
Let's start off with the fish.
Yeah.
Whitefish.
It's a piece of red snapper. One thing that, again, we're very proud of here at Stingaree is where we get our seafood from. This comes from Katy Seafood Market. We buy weekly, if not, a couple times a week in the summertime if necessary. But all these fish are caught right out there in the Gulf. They're not coming from Indonesia, or they're not coming pre-packed or anything like that. These come in and we portion them, and just like we do when we hand cut our steaks. We cut this fish for a portion and everything. So anyway, it's a great fresh product that we're able to bring to the table. It's not cheap, but it's certainly not cheap quality either. I mean, they're just fine fresh fish. So.
I know I've been over at Katie's and picked up fish for y'all when I was over in Galveston, and to watch the boats come in and the guys there and they're cutting it, and then I'm taking it back to Stingaree and someone's going to eat it that night. you can't. I mean, you can't get any fresh.
No,
fresher.
and something that I've been working on with my staff is, when people order this, I want to make sure they know that. We need to be delivering that at a table as well. Hey, great choice on that fish, because we just picked that up this morning at Katie's. They were cutting the fish. We had to wait on them. They took forever, and you're getting a product that just came off the boat. So I agree.
Crab. Okay, we've talked about crabs. Let's talk about shrimp, because that's a big. People don't understand fresh shrimp. They say fresh. Well, it was just thawed for a lot of people, and fresh U.S. caught. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Let's talk about that, because being caught by a U.S. vessel is very important to me, my family, most of my friends. We want to keep nets in the water here, but these shrimp that we get are coming from either from JB Seafood down here at the beach. The Blooms have been in business for as long as I can remember. Do a great job. They provide oysters for us at times as well as Jerry's Seafood. And then, but these shrimp, these are our 3642 browns that we do for boiled shrimp. And we just run them one time through that butterfly machine, call them easy peels, but they pop right out and they're ready to go.
You can't find that. And I've made comments about getting boiled shrimp. I love boiled shrimp. And Chris will say, let's boil some shrimp. Man, let's go to Stingaree, because it's a whole lot easier to peel their shrimp.
Well, and that's something that you learn over amount of time. Hell, I wouldn't have known what I was doing until Uncle George taught me a couple of things there, and even Miguel. If you boil a white shrimp, you're in trouble. Okay, white shrimp, they're easy to peel raw. These are terrible to peel raw, and it's just the opposite. You boil these brown shrimp, and they pop out of that shell. Unless you cook them too long, but these are done just right. Miguel's got it going on.
And import shrimps really hurt the shrimping industry. And so anything you can do, whether you're down here on vacation buying locally at JB's or someplace, or in here eating fresh shrimp, it's locally caught, it's U.S. caught shrimp, because the import shrimp, you never know if were they raised in a ditch or were they raised in a pond.
Or a trash can. I mean, there are options, yeah.
And so when I tell people...
Threw you for a loop there, with the trash can. Go ahead.
When I tell people I eat a filet at Stingaree, because most people are used to seafood, but I will put this filet up against any steakhouse that I've eaten at, that I can afford to eat at, because it's just fabulous. Let's talk about steaks and ribeyes and steak night.
We've had this conversation a few times and throw names around and such. Where, we buy beef that comes from some pretty fancy places in Houston, the same beef that they buy. But I'll tell you, I learned, I had a great customer friend in the past, back before Ike, came in one night. We had I believe it was a grouper special, not the snapper, but we had a grouper special. We had a steak special, and they had the grouper. And I said, well, why? We got a steak. And he goes, your steak's not that good. Because I'm going to be honest. We go down to Steve's Landing. Back when Steve Anthony owned the place, he knew what he was doing, what to buy. And so anyway, I went to school, figured out. It's about purchasing. You buy a good product, you can serve a good product. And I will agree with you. Certainly for the price point, you're not going to find a steak at our price point better anywhere in Southeast Texas. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah.
I even went south recently, and Casey and I went and had a ribeye at a place we've been to a couple times. They wanted $50 for it.
I remember that story.
Did you hear the story? Hey, look, I would never talk bad about anybody or what they do, and I'm not. These guys, they sell a product. It wasn't what I thought we served. At half the price. Yeah. So, we hand cut these. Miggy just cut that one. He cut a little thin. I'm gonna have to get on to anyway. That's what you get here. I'm gonna
turn this up so you can see what a little thin is.
That's what you get here at Stingaree. We're gonna hand cut that for you. We're gonna trim it. We don't leave that lip on this end. You got that big chunk that everybody first thing they do, they sit down, they cut that off, put it to the side. Nope. We want you to eat what's on your plate. We want you to eat what's on your plate. But again, that filet, and if you really want to go all out and put a little crab meat, or even, I'm going to give you a secret, Rockefeller with a little lump crab on top of that, don't get it on your forehead. Your tongue will beat your brains out, as my buddy Vic Ridge Corville says. But anyway, our steaks, I promise you, if phenomenal. You come in and this is not exactly what we described, you let me know, I'll buy it. But
And I know people, you have a steak night on Wednesday night. Wednesday night. I know people that they drop what they're doing. They're going to eat a ribeye hand cut here on Wednesday night because it comes with shrimp, fried or grilled, comes with the side, and they're not going anywhere else. They're not going to eat at home. They're going to stop what they're doing and come in here and
for
get
under $20. Can you have steak and shrimp at
yeah,
home?
You can't do that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about you have to wash it down.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of options here. The world famous margarita and Stingaree, but what do we have here?
So this is a margarita. It's a wave. People call it different things. Sangria and Stingaree. Sweet, salty, tart. It's all around. That's a good one. Just brought something different out today, and then had a little michelada made with our Bloody Mary mix in a cold beer, and that's refreshing as it gets. Gives you a little body to it as well, but goes great with seafood. I'd probably have that Stingaree with that steak. But anyway, and then you're also, we have fresh brewed tea, watermelon lemonade, my favorite.
I love that.
So any cold beer you can think of, and a full bar.
And bread pudding. We hadn't brought it out yet, but let's talk real quick about the bread pudding.
If you didn't get enough here to knock you out and you're ready for a nap, you need that bread pudding. Terrific. It's sweet. It's made with a homemade bourbon sauce here. You're not going to get drunk, I promise. But it does add it's got a great flavor to it. Big, thick, tall piece of bread pudding, and it will certainly finish any meal. If you don't eat it with your meal, take it home. If you make it to breakfast, you're doing pretty good. It's great with coffee, but in the middle of the night too, it'll.
Christmas is coming up. Let's talk about hours and New Year's Eve real quick.
So we just decided, we were talking earlier, management team, we are going to be open through the 17th, but we will be open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 15, 16, 17. Okay. We'll be closed the Wednesday and Thursday for private events here. But we'll be open for the weekend when you get down here and getting ready for Christmas and show up. The kids are out of school and you're getting settled in for the week. We'll be able to accommodate you through that weekend. Then we'll be closed until the 26th. Our family here will be with their families over Christmas. And then they'll be right back the day after Christmas to get it going.
On Wednesday.
Is that the day? You have to help me with
no,
the
day after Christmas is Tuesday.
Tuesday. We will be open on Tuesday.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yep, the day after Christmas, whatever the 26th falls on, we'll be open there through the 1st. And then we have our New Year's Eve party. We're going to do it a little bit different this year. It's going to be a come and go project. You can, we're going to have music downstairs. We'll have some light snacks, be able to order from upstairs. We have QR codes on the table. You can order online. We'll bring it down. If you just want to hang down there, if you want to eat up here for New Year's, we will run a magnificent prime rib special. Don't know what we're going to add with it yet, but it will be phenomenal. And then we will go back to regular hours after New Year's. It'll be our Wednesday through Sunday.
Okay. Well, for more information on Stingaree Restaurant, you can go to their website at www.stingaree.com. Also, follow them on Facebook because we do updates there and let you know exactly what's going on. I wonder if I can get Mickey to throw one of these on the fire real quick for me.
I think we can get it done. But I will say, I want to remind you of this, your website, which is very important to all of Team Bolivar. Look, at Stingaree, we want to be your old favorite, okay? We want to be the old standby. We want to be that business that you come see because you have forever. But there are some great new businesses down here, and I don't want to slight anyone in the community. It's a great community, and we have some great businesses down here.
Got a lot going on.
Come down and find a new favorite, and just remember your old favorite. We want to see you, but this is the best time of the year if you're real close by, especially for day trips. Come down and just bounce and have a good time, head home. Stay over, we got plenty of rental companies that can get you a get you a room.
Discounted right now,
it's a great time to be at the beach. And as you can see, the sun's shining behind us. It's a little cool. Put on a jacket.
Walk down the beach.
Yeah, walk down the jet light like David. But wear pants. He always wears shorts. You can't see under the table.
It's got to be 32. Now, it's going to get close in Houston tonight or tomorrow night, but no dice down here. So anyway, we do this show every Wednesday at 10:30 where a lot of times we're talking with Brad about fresh seafood or what's going on here, or we're showcasing exactly what's happening the weekend ahead. And they always have weekend features. They're not specials, they're featured because it's A lot of times it's something they typically don't serve, and you can find that when you come in, ask your waitress. But we're going to head on out. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live with Brad Vratis. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye.
Merry Christmas.